Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Vanessa with Vitality Ballet. We are doing a pre-recorded ballet class today for our Wednesday, August 24th class. But of course, you might be taking this any day of the week, any month, but that's the beauty of being able to convert your house into an at-home ballet studio. So thank you so much for joining me today and for your flexibility for today's pre-recorded class. So I have a great class planned. I hope that you enjoy it. I'm just teaching it just a wee bit earlier before we would traditionally do it. So thank you for your flexibility with that today with my childcare situation. All right, well, we're gonna have some fun, so let's jump on in. So grab your bar. As always, I always like to remind you that this is your class, so if you're feeling any pain, aches, any injuries that you're working through, you can always change and modify. And the beauty is that it is pre-recorded, so if you need to press that pause button, grab a sip of water, take a little rest, relax, and then come back in. You're more than welcome to do that. All right, so we are gonna start facing our bar. So I will put our music on. We're gonna start in your sixth position parallel. We're gonna talk about our posture as the music gets started. So let's get moving today. All right, so we're gonna roll your shoulders up and pull the shoulders back. So take a nice deep breath, inhale, up and down. I want you to fix your posture and just really establish what that posture is gonna look like for you today. Now we're gonna take those arms from the side of your body, shoulder blades down, long neck up through your fifth position, drawing those hands down, 7, place them about shoulder width apart, and 1, 2, good, feel that stretch over your demi point, that high releve, good, feeling the backs of your legs are starting to turn on, plie 2 feet, roll up, and then zip all the way up, pull those knees tight, lower, and flick, here we go, shifting your weight over to stand on your left leg, good, switching directions, good, you're in your second position with that arm, now we go into your flex, inner thighs pull in, release, nice and lifted on this side, we want to make sure we're not tipping or tilting, lifting your hip, keep it nice and level, 6, and 7, feel that squeeze, release, and big grand plie. Your knees are going to travel over those toes and you're welcome to take those hands off and just help open up those hip muscles. So this is your second position, big grand plie. It doesn't need to be pretty, this is just to help with that rotation. Good, listen to those knees, come back up nice and slow, keep feeling that rotation. Back into first. Let's go to the other side, starting with that rotation. Good, you might feel some pops and cracks here. And then switching directions. While you have that leg and your ala seg on, make sure you're pulling your quadriceps up. Fire those muscles now. You go into the flex, inner thigh squeeze, release. In and out. Good, can you feel those muscles tighten? And then release. Sometimes even putting that hand there. It's all about turning the correct muscles on for ballet class. Pulling through the foot. And last one, just grand plie, opening the hips. Again, your option is to take those hands off the bar. You can rock side to side. And I've seen everyone down different heights with this. So it might feel better for you to be higher, whatever feels best for you. You'll slowly make your way back up and then come back into the first position. Let go of the bar and again, establish the posture. Pull your rib cage in. Pull your entire stomach muscles in, nice and strong. Tailbone is down and length through the top of your head. Good. All right, so we're going to keep that as we go ahead and start your demi-plie. So left hand starts in the bar. I'm going to mirror you, so we're all moving the same direction. All right, so we have this pretty music to guide us through. So find your distance from your bar, right? Not too close, not too far, just right over center. You're gonna go preparation 7 and 8, adding the head. You have 2 demis and stretch, coming through your center and open. The arm is gonna trail just slightly behind you and then catch up as you come back up at the same time. One quarter breath forward with a nice flat back. Keep your head down in line with your spine and up, and then we'll do that same thing each position. All right, so my dancers, you know, I like to keep this demi-plie fairly straightforward so we can really establish the pace and the tone for the rest of our class. So not too taxing. And then we'll go into your bar, one port de bras each direction. We're gonna continue that pattern into your third position. Inner thighs are coming forward, and then you'll cross to your fifth position. All right, that's it. 2 demis and a grand. When you do your grand plie, knees travel over the toes. Each dancer's grand plie looks a little different. So listen to your body. Here we go, nice big breath in. Exhale, demi. And push your heels down into your floor. Lengthen the crown of your head as you go down and back up. Here we go, forward, flatten your back. Coming up. 7 and 8. Now if you're a counter, count 2 phrases of 8. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. One more phrase of 8. Big cobra stretch. Draw the tailbone down. Good. That left shoulder should be down, so it shouldn't be creeping up to that ear. 7, 8. Here we go. Demi 1. Now here we go. Heels are going to come forward as you go down. Make sure you don't lose the heels so they don't go backward. Now we port de bras away from the bar. And 6, 7. Here we go, demi 1. Good. Now lifting the crown of your head. I know dancers, we've talked about this outside shoulder. Sometimes I'm seeing it coming forward, so try to keep it back like you're sliding down a wall behind you. We lift to go back. And 7 and 8 right here. All right, excellent. And then the music transitions to go to the other side. And we're gonna stop. That was lovely, everyone. Very nice. Let's go other side. Switch that bar. Take a breath. 7. You know, relax your head. Let your head follow the hand. So épaule doesn't have to be too complicated. You can really just let it look at the fingers. Lift to port de bras forward. Inner thighs are squeezing tight together. Up. Good. I always like to remind us to pull the stomach in when we come back up. And 1. Good. Here we go. Working the rotation. We did this one in the warm-up, so you feel that rotation in your hip joint. Port de bras up. We come back up. 6. Adjust 7. And third position, heel forward 1. Here we go, lift to go down. Crown of your head is tall. We're gonna go port de bras away from the bar. Coming through. 6 times, 7. You're gonna hide your back toe. That's your true 5th position. Press your heels down. If they're tempted like mine to pop up, keep them there until the last possible second. All right, this is your cobra back. Shoulders are level. Arms out, and then élongé under the line of your arms. And finish. All right, dancers, good. It's a good way to set the tone. Sometimes I see in that élongé line, I see some swan lake action. What I mean by that is a swan lake to finish. So be mindful that That is very stylized, so not classical ballet. So we want to make sure that we want to establish what's very true classical ballet. And then you can add the choreographic arms, you know, when it's called for in a ballet like Swan Lake. So we're going to move on to your tendus today. So getting your feet warmed up. You have single, front and in, side and in, back. Perfect. All right, so let's try this one. Hearing the tempo is nice and smooth from your natural first position, so you're not cranking open more than your hips will allow. You have 7 and an 8. You have slow tendu to the single front, slow tendu to the side and back, and uncloche and reset. So notice that we added a little épaulement. You're going back when the foot's going front, so from the side you're here and here, like you're peeking into your palm, and back. And then we're resetting and we just repeat the whole thing from the back. So now you have derrière to the back and in. Side à la seconde and in, devant and front and back and front and in. My new dancers, option to take it here and option to just keep it nice and still, working on the pattern of the foot. All right, we are working your arm in second position and épaulement from your upper back only. So hips are not moving at all. Here we go. 6, 7, shoulders down, use your shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3, uncloche, uncloche, and 1, 2. Good, watch the point of that elbow so it's not dripping downward, right? Here we go again. 1. Use your floor. Back, front, back. Again. 1. Good. Now I'm also a stickler that you do not have to keep the head moving in the same way. There's an artistry to be able to know when it's appropriate. One more set. 1. Is that arm feeling it? I'm feeling it too. Back, front, back, and finish. Release your ankles and down. Very nice. All right, let's do the other side. I'll stop it in between sides. All right, transition to the other side. Now, if you are taking this and you don't want to move your bar or your chair each direction, you can just do a détourné and go to the other side. That's what you probably do in the studio. So détourné, reminding you, is you go here and then you would turn into the bar, ballet tradition, and you go to the other side. Here we go. Let's try it again. Other side. And 6. Working through your floor. You have time to do 1, 2, and back, front, back. Good. Keeping it in. The shoulders are level, so you can move your head, but your shoulders stay level. Again. 1. Refresh that arm. Anytime it starts to droop, that wet spaghetti look, refresh the arm. 2, 3. Pressing the foot through your floor to wake up those muscles through your foot and your ankle. Front, back, front. Last set. You have heel leads, toe back, heel leads, and in. Reset back to the top. Relax your ankles. All right, good. That was nice. Let's move right along. So we're starting to feel our feet warming up a little bit more, but we have some more foot exercises coming up. So let's do this one. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and move from your 5th or your 3rd. I always like to give those options because there's no need to crank that foot over into that 5th position if that's going to cause extra strain on knees and your hips and your ankles. So third position or fifth, we'll do our arms 7 and 8. You have tendu 1, 2, plie in. Tendu 2 and plie in. Tendu and 3 and plie in. Pas de cheval and reset. You have 1, 2, plie there and 2. 2 plie there and 3. Plie and there, pas de cheval and reset. All right, so from there you did your arm here, your devant to the front, you finished in your plie. We did a little scoop, present, and then we have to, my arm's here, so we're really presenting to your audience. And then we're gonna close back in to reset one more time from the top. All right, so you're getting to the position. When you finish the position, you don't go here and then go in. Notice that you caught yourself in the plie. So this is to prepare you for a movement that's a connection step like center, when you might do a jump to a assemblée landing or any kind of transition step. So it cuts out that middle and then doing it. So one solid smooth plie from it. Let's try it. Release your ankles. I know mine get kind of tight and it's very difficult to keep the heels on the floor, but it's very important in ballet that we do that for your Achilles tendons. Here you go. 7, you have 1. Plie. And a 2. Plie. It's like a melting down. Plie. Pas de cheval. Present. Closing back in 1. Plie. I love that beautiful descent. So it doesn't feel like you're crashing down. You're lifting even though you're going down. Scoop. Again. 1. Plie. Good. Can you feel that lift from the crown of your head? Hush, we'll scoop. The back is the hardest one. Last time. How's your hip placement right now? You know I like to talk about the headlights. Headlights are facing front. Plie, push, scoop, out, and in. Everyone come up to a susu by scooping that foot with straight knees. Find this balance here. All right, you are in a high releve right now. You have your heels rotating 2 different directions, and everyone's squeezing your glutes right now. Sometimes we have to tell them, come on guys, get those muscles working. Tell them to help you. Good. Thumbs are in. Nice long neck, and when you're ready to come down, take your time opening. And 5, 6, 7, and finish. All right, let's do the other side right away. Good, and remember we're going for a nice long legs, length in the leg, the back of the knee specifically when you're going out to the tendu. So what happens is, I see this in my dancers, is we're thinking about the length and we're slightly letting the hip go with you. Remember, the hips have to stay locked in place, right? That's your headlights, they can't move with you. But then you're also going for the length of the leg without sitting. So it's a lot to think about, but it's such a nice, long, lean feeling. Here we go. From the top, 6, 7, arm in 5th, you have 1. Lift to plie. Good, if you see my heels pop up, it's bad. So keep your heels on the floor. It's better for the stretching of the ankle. Here we go, back. Plie. Good, lengthen your Achilles tendons back there. Plie, scoop. From the top, reset. 1. Everyone press your shoulders down. Scoop, touch, place, reset. Last time. Everyone's lifting from your center. And pas de cheval and out. Straight knee, just like we did on the other side. Activate the back of the legs and squeeze. 2 feet just became 1. Now if you can look down and see 2 toes right now, we don't want that. 1 set of toes, all right? So you saw how I did that? I can see 2 sets. 1. Rotate your ankles, rotate these legs, coming from your hips. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and open. 5 each direction. It's a great song, so it's easy to catch on. So let's go ahead and do the first set here. You'll see why. You know, every now and then I like to throw this in here so we're making sure our placement's right. So fingertips are gently resting on that shoulder. So this is gonna help keep your placement. Second time we go around, we'll add our full port de bras, all right? So you have 7 and 8, 3, nice and place. These are dégagés, 45 off the floor. And on the and, which is very strange, you're gonna go and in, not a slam, which is hard to do. We go to the side, 1 and an in, 2 and an in, 3 and an in, and 1 and 2. That and is going to be pretty important, dancers, so this is where your artistry comes in. Same thing to the back, 3 dégagés, and in, and in. We're just going to do the encore, all right? First set will be here, and then the second set will add your full port de bras, all right? Your arm will come down and around. Let's give it a try. That and is going to be critical, so I want you to be thinking that you're at home in your studio, so you can even count out loud if that's helpful for you. All right, 3rd or 5th position, establish that now. Tall posture, straighten those knees. Ready? Arm, and 1, 2, 3, here we go. And in, 1, change, 2, it's nice and clear, and in, good. Press those fingertips nice and gently. How's your posture? Out, in, and in, here we go. Bring the tailbone down. Your knees are super straight, pull up and in, we go. 1. Now we get to add that full port de bras. And in, 1. Good, try to keep everything else still. 1. Pull your stomach in. 3. Point that toe in and in, especially in the back. That derriere position is very difficult. 3 and and down. All right. We'll get ready for the other side. So in that and, when we do the change the accent to the in, one of the things I see in my dancers most often is that slamming, right? You're like, I gotta get it in there, but it has to look placed and placed. So here's what I want you to do when you do this on this left side. Get your weight out of your supporting heel. If you're sitting into that leg, you're going to feel like you need to slam it in there to get it into the position. Lifting up out of your supporting leg, getting the weight toward the ball of your foot, over top, armpit to toe, is going to help give you the space to bring that leg in without feeling like you need to even bend it a little bit. All right, so let's try it again. Same thing. Weight up out of your supporting heel. First set, arm is here. You have 1, 3. Here we go. And in. Did you hear it? 1. Nice and tall out of the crown of your head. And in, and 1. It's so tempting to move that arm. 3. And in. Good. You're thinking about so many things right now. Now, option advanced dancers, adding the arm and épaule. And in. My newbies, keep their hand on the shoulder. 3. And in. 1. Tailbone down. And in. Are you keeping everything still? I'm picturing all of you guys doing this now. Nice and still. And then you're in control when you come down. Ooh, and you can reset those ankles then after that. All right, that's a fun one. It's hard to resist that music. All right, moving on, dancers. It's run and jump time. So very different dynamic now from that fast one, getting those inner thighs working. So we'll try this 1/4. And then we'll do a full. Okay, perfect. So let's try this one. You're going to start with your traditional ronde-jambe preparation, right? So I didn't make this one up. This is just the traditional prep. You go plie, 7. There's a slight angle of your head as you're looking into the palm of your hand like this. 7 and 8. You're going to close. Let me think. I think we should close it here back to where you just started, because we're going to start with a quarter and an in. And quarter and an in. Full 1, 2, 3, close. And 1, 2, 3, close, repeat. And quarter in, and stop it there. And quarter in, and bring it into full complete ronde-jambes. You want to go right to the nose, all the way, keep it pointed to the back. That's what the hardest thing is, because like the foot wants to relax here and kind of bring it in. Keep it all the way placed and pointed and bring it in. And then reverse that with me. 2 quarters, 2 full, 2 quarters, 2 full. Then let's go ahead, bring it to the front. We worked on this last week, but it's very challenging, so I think we should try this again. You're gonna plie in your supporting leg, straighten your working leg, and quarter ball over the thigh. Keep that back from rounding and hunching. We wanna keep it flat. Then we're gonna lift it up as you come up, so there's no pressure on that foot. We quarter ball back. Oh, that's so hard. We'll plie in, and then we're gonna do a stretch. I will walk you through that and talk you through it. Cambre, down, and cambre, and back. When you do those bends, I wanna make sure everyone knows the bottom of your legs, everything from the waist down is basically a trunk of a tree not moving. The upper body is able to move, but nothing else. All right, I will talk you through that part, so follow along that vertebra with me. When you do the ronde-jambes in the beginning, I want you to be thinking of your rotation deep in your hip joint. You ready? You have a preparation 7, and close. Quarter, and in. You have quarter, ronde-jambes, oh, get a little taller. 2 ronde-jambes full. Round, and reset. Let's come back in from the top. You have quarter, out, and but I really want everyone to think about that supporting leg lift. Tailbone down, 1. Close it, and get ready. We do the reverse. You have back, lift. That's really hard. Without bending your knees, lift. 2 full. to the other side. So this one, there's a lot of placement that I want you to think about, right? So much of ballet is about that proper placement in your technique. So we have some time while we're executing the full round jump in that quarter to really take inventory of hips and placement. Let's do the other side. Remember, we have our preparation. You breathe. 7. And heel comes in. Quarter. Lift. Quarter. Lift. Feel the length coming up and out of the supporting side. Zipping up through the backs of your knees. Here we go. Heel coming forward on that supporting side. Can you feel that heel forward? 1. Lifting up. One more time. Here we go. Quarter. Close up front. Everyone saw that little lift of the heel coming forward on that supporting leg. That's half of that. And reverse. Last time. And in. Take that weight over the supporting leg. You saw that. Lift. 2 full. Watch this arm. Refresh that elbow. Right away, that's where you get the breath. Plie on that right leg. Down. Come up. Hips are nice and level. Point through that extended leg. Nice long length. Purva back. Coming up. Bring it down to Tandu. And in we go. And 1. Breathe. Shoulders down. And through. Here we go again. 1. All the way side. And coming back through your center, scooping up through Susu. Let's bring that outside leg, slide it up so it's connected to your supporting leg. Now notice on your own body, did this supporting leg just buckle or did it just get a little bit loose? Can you pull it up to help support you? It doesn't have to be on releve, it can be on flat. Feel it pressing down either on releve or on flat. Find that balance, hold that knee in place. And when you're ready, slide it down. And then take your time to find your ending. Alright, take your time. You can still be up there. If you can balance longer than I can, there's still music. Alright. If you're still balancing, more power to you. Go ahead and stretch out your calf muscles. And we're going to go into a frappe, or no, fondue next. Fondue, then we'll go into our frappes. So let's try this one. We have 1, 2, and out. 3, and out. And a brush. Perfect. All right, how can we resist this one? Because this is from Romeo and Juliet. So I'll demonstrate on this side. So fondue means to melt. You have 7 and then 8. Fondue. Lift to the coupe plie and an open and a single each direction and scoop down and out. It's going to go brush fouette, front, side, and hold. Lift. And everyone in the class is going to have this little moment from that a la seconde position to reset, lift, so that you go down. Very specific reason. If you're here and you're going to go into a fondue from there, it's just going to go down, right? The next action has to be up in order to go back down. All right, so in between each of your fondues, I was going to say see, but I want to know that everyone is lifting to go back down. Knee will travel over your toes, right? If you have knee pain, you can take that out or make it smaller. But the idea of the fondue is the melt. 2 knees bend, 2 knees straighten. All right, it's a gorgeous step. So let's try this one. Great for strengthening our thighs, glutes, and working on that coordination. You ready? Left hand on the bar, singles, and you have fondue out. Fondue left. Fondue out. It's fast. Fondue. Next set we're gonna do no arms. I think that's fast. Hand. Placement, fouette, brush, out, lift. All right, my more advanced dancers, if you can do it with that port de bras, you're welcome to, but it's honestly quite quick. Out and meet me here, and I'll say on let go. Find that heel forward, lifting those elbows, and then bring it through, weight out of your heels, and finish. That was a very quick fondue. If you are doing the port de bras carriage of your arms, it goes down, collect, open at the same time. Down, collect, open at the same time. Here's your rule of thumb. If you're working with music and you cannot adjust the tempo, then you have to make your movements smaller to fit the music, correct? So if you want to do it with the port de bras, you're welcome to, but it has to be much smaller and contained. So you can't go up and out and open because you're going to be late. So small and placed, small and placed. I'll do it the first time just like we did on the other side with the port de bras, and the second time here. I actually prefer it on the hip. I think it's much more placed. Here we go. Other side. Breath. 7, and you have 1. Up. Notice that my upper body is not changing, so I'm not letting anything change and swing. Nice and flat, open. So you're not letting your chest collapse. Brush. Here we go, fondue. Now you have that glass of water bouncing right on top of your head. Do you feel the stretch through the top of your ankle? Toes are super pointed. Plie and fondue. Brush, fouette back. Balancing on, hold there. Remember that heel has to be forward, so if it's stuck back here, bring that heel forward. Find that balance. And down. All right, dancers, very nice. Before we go into your frappe, go ahead and stretch out your hips here. We've been working on our hip flexor stretch. That can look different for each of the dancers, so that might just be an exaggerated stretch like this. That might be a runner's lunge down to the floor. I've seen people put their knees down, and I've also seen people put their leg here. So I want you to do what feels best for you. We have to do both sides. Keep those hips parallel without turning out. So I'll show different options, but it's quite important. You don't have to be able to go down this far. Take your time to do this now. It's very, very important. You can even just do an exaggerated stretch, like tucking your pelvis under. And then we have another Romeo and Juliet coming up next. All right, take your time. All right, it's fun. So this is one of the dances that from Romeo and Juliet. I think it's Act 3 from the Friends. I did this one when I was dancing. I think I have a picture of it. Maybe it's not up on this wall. It's really pretty music. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with a single. So you're going to go preparation 7, head gestures into your bar, and 8. We've done that traditional prep. Front and in, side and in, back, single, double, out, hold, and reverse. 1. Strike 2. Strike, frappe 3, and double, hold, and in. All right, so we're going to keep that arm in second position. Singles, front, side, back, double, nice hold, and then reverse. All right? You're welcome to add the head. I don't want to give you too much to think about, but if you want to, you can just add the gesture of the head, not stuck in place, but that's the artistry. You can let it move with you as you're dancing. All right? Here we go. Ball of the foot will strike the floor. A frappe means to strike. So here's where we get fast muscles. 7 and 1. Get that hold. Hold. Double hold. And 1. Brush. Can you hear that on your floor? Double hold. And 1. Double hold. Is your kneecap pulled up or is it slightly bent? And front. Double hold. Good. Let's plie. Susu right away. And let's go into your retiré with me. So draw that baby toe up. Holding. And when you're ready, finish. We did it. Alright, let's do the other side. Give ourselves time to transition. Alright, so with a tempo like this, you should have found that you had time to have that hold moment, right? Did you hear me say hold, strike, hold, and hold? That's a really artistic way to really play with the music and your movement. So instead of just going out and in and keeping it very even, you can play with that music. Out, hold, and in. Out, hold, and in. So now we're getting in some more artistry here. That's what separates just a beginner dancer with more artistic dancer, playing with your music. Here we go. Let's try it. And 7 and 1, 2, 3. Double hold. And right by the ankle bone, so your foot knows exactly where to go. Double hold. Good. With a slow tempo like this, you can also take inventory of that arm. And I'll sing on and. Connect your baby toe. It should slide up that supporting leg. So not resting, right? That's your yoga pose. Holding that supporting side. Ooh, that's hard. And then when you're ready, draw that baby toe down. That was lots of wobbles. And then we'll come down smooth. Relax down into your floor. All right, breathe. Okay, dancers. That just about gets us to the end of our bar here. All right, how are we feeling? Hopefully we're feeling pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and finish with a bar stretch, and then we're gonna come dance in center, okay? So this is where you can adjust your bar. Maybe you wanna use a chair. So I've seen dancers use lots of different levels for this, so that you can really do what feels best for your body. The idea is to stretch. We just did a lot of work. We really worked on nice tight muscles, and I want you to stretch it out. So we're gonna do our left foot on the bar. You're gonna be quasi, so on a diagonal, so not flat. Follow along, I'll guide you through. All right, so let's start. Right leg, up, double pivot. Bring your hip down and back. And you're going up and over like you're gonna lay over top of the leg. If you pull the hip back, you'll feel a much deeper stretch. Position. Now this is where you want your baby toe rotating to almost feel like it's rotating back toward the bar instead of forward. Here we go. We'll take that opposite arm. Breathe and head down, shoulder down toward the floor. inner thighs releasing. And then to come off the bar, I always like to practice our dismount. You play over the supporting leg and up, in, and down your tights. And finish. Good, relax those legs. So you saw that you can plie over that leg, little lift and beautiful descent. Let's go right away to the other side. There we go, opposite side, lots of breath here. Développé, croisé. You can plie that supporting leg to get that leg up there. And stretch. Good, keep that length of that leg here. Feel that stretch and release. Lots of breath. Coming up, we do porta bra back. Flex up. Here we go. You should feel even tighter of a stretch here. And breathe. I'm feeling it. Good. Here we go. Let's get ready to go into your Balasegon point. And then we'll rotate. Lifting your weight out of your heels. So we did this nice pivot. And now you're back into your flat. All right. Feeling that rotation in your hip socket, right? In the hip joint, you feel the entire femur rotating. Baby toe toward your bar, toward your chair. Here we go. Opposite arm reaches up. And flat over to the Balasegon. Coming up. Here we go, reaching up. And over, opposite direction. Keep that hip down. Here we go. And flex. Up and over. Good, now this one for my flexible dancers, you're welcome to grab that toe. Coming up, when you're ready, you're gonna plie your weight on your supporting leg. Lift into retire. Baby toe connects like a magnet right to that spot. And toe ball down. All right, guys, that concludes your bar. Nice job. So let's go ahead and make space in your studio. We'll come center. Now's a good chance to grab some water. Hopefully you feel nice and warm, stretched out. All right. Take your time now and do whatever else you need to do. Stretch yourself, grab your water. We're going to work on our next combination. I'm marking it so you're still stretching. I'll teach it to you, I promise. All right, dancers, so I have one longer combination for center work today. So this is something you can work on too on your own. This is one of our kitchen dances. You learn it in class, you do it, and then it sticks with you. So this is from Carmen. So let's go ahead. We're gonna start with your right leg in front. I'll mirror you, so you do not have to reverse it. You'll do exactly what I do. We'll all travel the same direction. You have 7 and 8, 2 balances, big, taking up space. Down, up, up, down, up, stepping out into a piqué here. First piqué goes, and there's 2 options to do it on flat foot or on releve. I'm going to show you on flat foot right now because it's slower. So you can more control. Balance here to coupe, replace the foot up to retire and close. And then you repeat that going to the opposite direction. Down, up, down, up, and, right, that and comes back from the bar. Coupe, up. Arm and leg together, replace the leg, and up to Touré. So from there, don't fall over. So from there, dancers, I want to show you that you can do releve version too. So let's say you did your 2 balancé, down, up, and you can do 2 coupe, up on releve, and up there. So you can do either one. Balancé, balancé, or to flat and flat. All right, so up to you. It's the same either way. If you're going to piqué onto a releve, this supported, or well, I guess, what is that? I guess it's just supporting leg, is gonna plie because that's what's gonna get you into the piqué. So we've done this in my class before. A piqué gets you onto the leg and onto the leg, all right? So we do that back and forth, right and left, and then we're gonna finish the side. So you've done the right, you've done the left, you come down, and then we go into our tendu section. You're gonna go tendu 1, hold there, tendu 2, and in, tendu 3, brush through and close, and then we do again, other side. All right, balancé, balancé, and piqué, and balancé, balancé, and piqué, close. We go tendu 1. Notice that it's not this arm. I've seen this before a lot in my class. Don't hide your face. Here to your audience, it makes sense, right? Here, tendu, tendu. We'll do our arabesque, brush through, and close. Okay, lots of port de bras. If you're one of my newer dancers, that's going to be a lot on your upper body. I always just say, when in doubt, just put your hands here and focus on lower body. It's a layer cake. You got to add one layer at a time. All right, start with me with your right leg in front. 6, 7, up. Balance it, balance it. Coupe, piqué, up. Balance it, balance it. Coupe, up. Down. We have tendu. In. Side. In. Tendu back. Brush front. Plie. Reset from the top. Balance it. Down, up, up. Coupe. Piqué, up. Down. Again. Adding the ankle ball, little twist of the body. Up. Coupe, up. Here we go from the top. Tendu. Close. Nice straight legs. Brush. All right. Let's do the other side. So this time we'll start with your opposite leg. Remember in the balance, it's so beautiful. So try this with me. We've talked about this in my class before. If you put your hands back here from the bar, remember, when you do the balance, there's a twist and a twist. And you can see the way I'm twisting because you can see my elbows. One's reaching back and then the other one's reaching back. So if you keep that same balance, feeling down, up, down, up, down, up. You're getting that twist of your upper back. Anytime you do a twist, you always just remind yourself that you're really pulling in your core muscles, right? So it's not letting you be loose like a noodle, but very placed, but still having that beautiful upper body movement. So here we go. Other side, you're having your left leg in front, same combination starting with the other side. All right, it's from Carmen, so you're welcome to add a little zhuzh to it in your port de bras. 6, 7, we go. Balance it. Balance it. Piqué, coupe. And pass it. Down. Balance it. Balance it. Piqué, up to coupe. Remember, that can be in flat. Slow it down. Present. Down. Present. Brush. Plie from the top. Here we go. Stretch that leg. Down, up, up. Down, up. Piqué. Piqué. That foot is like a magnet. It knows exactly where to be on that leg. Get there. Get there. Come down. Tendu. Tendu. Get there. Brush, present. Plie. actually a port-de-bras. A little working on that épaule. All right, so we're gonna work on the ballet walk with your port-de-bras. So for this one, I want you to just take a space in your studio, which I know is hard if you have a small space, which I also do. But we're gonna work on our ballet walk. So when you do walk in ballet, you present your foot and it's toe, ball, heel, toe, ball, heel. And you'll use the back leg, just like we did in this combination where you use like the launching up action onto the PK. You use that same idea to get you one leg to the next so that the legs don't get stiff and you can really roll through your feet. So what we're doing is you're presenting arms through first and second, allongé, and closing down. And then once you get to the side of your room where you can't go anymore, you will start to transition that around your space. So what I'd like you to do is work on this action. It's like patting your head around your stomach. You're walking through your feet in a pattern with your toes to the side. They don't have to be as much as mine, but what's natural for you. And the arms are going first and second and down. First and second and down. All right? So let's try it. This is your last one. As you get more comfortable with this presentation of these traditional ballet walks, that's where you're adding your head out to your audience and down. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Beautiful upper body presentation with the presentation of your feet. All right, ready? Maybe a diagonal, maybe going downstage, whatever works for your space. First position, you're awake, and open, nice and tall, proud of your head is lifted like you have that glass of water in your head. Are you timing out the arm and the leg? 2. So that the arms are moving smooth. All right, come to me with a first position. So we do a traditional reverence. Chasse over to the side, opening arms. Range on that leg around your supporting side. This is your B+. Arm comes up. Good. So this is your left hand. And reverence. And up. Back to first position. Chasse. Out. Range on to B+. Those knees connect. Super classic. Beautiful position. Right arm up. And reverence. All right, dancers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I feel like you were here with me. I was picturing each of you guys dancing. And hopefully you feel beautiful. And really had a great class. We worked on lots of little technical things that, I love. I think ballet is just that beautiful layer cake. One little layer at a time. And each week it should feel a little bit different. Some weeks are better than others. So thank you so much for joining. If you have questions with this class, since it wasn't live especially, or any of my classes, please reach out and message me. Any technical questions, I'm happy to answer them for you. You're never bothering me, so please reach out. I have my Instagram account, my email, and I would always love to answer questions and talk ballet with you. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you in our next class. All right, thanks guys. Bye-bye.